Where did my little mic go? Can't just get what you want. Damn. Woo. His hair, Jesus. All right. So I'm doing my 15 every week. So welcome to folks. I'm gonna give it like 2 more minutes because people be on CP time. So we just gonna do what we can with what we got for the moment in time we're in. Ooh. Hey y'all, hey. I am working on it. This is my 15 minutes of the week. Today we are talking community and why it is so important. I was supposed to talk about it last week at the first live, but hey y'all. Hey Miss Weaver. Cool. Let's see. Yep, so I gave it another minute. So I am on time. I'm a timely gal. So welcome. My name is Andrea Weaver. This is Discusshit, 15 minutes a week where we just find time to talk about us. We can find time to do a whole lot of other things, and I love to talk. So I feel like if I just stay in 15 minutes a week, I won't burn myself out, but I can still be talking about the things that affect us Black and brown folks. I can also celebrate us in this space and really get us thinking and having real conversations around what's so important. Let me set my timer too. What's important in the world, what things I'm thinking about, things that I've noticed, right? I didn't want it to feel like a podcast and be all like red pilling it or any of that, right? But I think it's a great way to build awareness about certain things, and I'm okay with that. So if you're joining me or you're rewatching this, welcome. Hi. So I'm going to set my alarm so I can keep myself honest. We're at 5:03, so I'm going to set my alarm for another 14 minutes so that we can close out of here when it's time. So today, community. I think a lot of times when this conversation comes up, folks see community as, or the things that I hear not of support in community is really when we hear, well, I don't feel comfortable with new people. We hear words like, I don't have female friends, or people are dangerous and all this. Yes, that is true. What I will say, especially for Black and brown folks, the only reason why we are here is because of the communities. Hey, boo, long time no see. Is because of the communities. It's because of the communities our ancestors and our people created for us. We would not be surviving. We would not be thriving if it wasn't for community. And the way that this world and structure is set up, I'm going to really try hard not to avoid some of the language that we always hear around like white supremacy, right? But it's not even but. And when we think about individualism, right? Pull yourselves by your bootstraps, right? Well, we don't have shoes. So what bootstraps, right? When you're an individual, you're always in need. You're always going to have to ask someone for something anyway, right? As humans, we're communal. As Black folks, we are communal. As Black and brown folks, we are communal. We thrive in community. When I think about the maternal health rates here in the U.S., not only just for Black and brown birthing people, but for our white counterparts as well, they're also dying at an alarming rate in comparison to other countries that may say that we think are third world countries, right? Cool. What's the difference? Community. A lot of folks, when they hear community, think of socialism and more of like in a political sense. I would implore you to start building community around the things you care about. And what I've learned as an activist over the last, I don't know, my whole life and being a child of activists is you can't care about everything all at once. And that doesn't mean that you don't care, but you can't be activated for everything. One, it burns us out. Two, you're a human. And three, the most important thing is to stay in your lane, to be able to work at a level of capacity that makes sense for you. And when we think about community, so let me get into the meat and potatoes of community. I say this all the time: when you're an individual, you're always in need. When you have community, you don't feel in need. You're not needy. You may need things to survive. You may require things, but if I got it, you got it. And if I don't got it, we know somebody that does got it, right? It's not this transactional relationship. And we're spending so much time trying to survive, right? We'll just add some of the layers of the intersections of folks' experiences. Surviving is not enough. I want to thrive. I want to be able to have hard conversations. I want to be able to celebrate myself and my people. I want to celebrate what my kid is doing at school. I want to celebrate when I make great strides. I want to see the folks that I support thrive. And then if I got a little something to add to it, let me add a little something. Let me get a little boost. Because me giving or supporting someone so that they have more does not take away from me. Right? If anything, if we're thinking about community in small circles. So say if I got a community of 5 people, you got a community of 5 people, your 5 people got 5 people. Maybe we're not all friends and kick it and all that, right? Like take that framework off of it. But if we think about prosperity and longevity and thriving and not just surviving, that's what it's going to take. Because we can't be everywhere all at once. We can't do everything for ourselves. I'm great at some of the things that I do, right? But guess what I'm not good at? Accounting, right? I could try. I know how to, just because being an executive assistant, I had to learn how. I don't want to do that. It takes me forever. It's not my thing. But we know somebody that does and can, right? Because we're also in the center of something. We have to play a game. And in order for us to show up and thrive, we have to also understand that we're going to need some folks in these different areas so that we can thrive in our own right. And then defining what thriving means, defining success outside the binary. Because to me, you can have a lot of money, but it doesn't buy you the value that you find in people. I find the most fulfilling things I do is when I'm supporting folks that I care about, or things that the things that they're doing that I want to see them be successful in. I don't have to love, if I have a designer friend, I don't have to be in love with everything that they have, but I can give something. Maybe it's my eye for colors, or maybe it's just my general opinion about the length of a shirt. So like this is a marathon shirt. It's a men's cut. Well, I would like to see this in a women's cut, right? That doesn't take away from this shirt. It's a great shirt, and it's also Lakers colors, y'all. Lakers play. Just so you know, I'm a Lakers fan. Yes, I'm from Oakland. I'm a Lakers fan. Mind your business. But, right, I can say, oh, well, this fits better on a male body, or someone that's male presenting. And this is the things that make it work for me and my people, right? Or if I say, hey, I love this phone, but I wish it was bigger, right? Maybe you make a phone, maybe you make a shoe. Maybe you have a nonprofit and you're serving the homeless, the unsheltered community, right? Maybe I have, as a doula, that may not be my bag, but it intersects, right? Aren't unhoused people get pregnant and have babies? They don't need support. They don't need care. Absolutely. Right. Okay, cool. So in that group of people, we got somebody that's a lawyer. Maybe someone's been evicted and you need legal help to get that eviction off of your record, because now you're in a more stable situation coming out of being unhoused, and you just need someone to be able to help you get that off your record. Or expungements, right? I did some things in my past and now I need to be in a different place, and some of these things are preventing me from going to get a degree, getting a better job, access to certain things, getting a passport, right? Voting. Those felonies prohibit you from doing a lot of things. So we need somebody in that space to be able to do that. And that's what I mean. Your community is expansive. A lot of times we think community needs to be like my best friend in the whole wide world. No, it doesn't. They just have to get it. They have to understand. You have to be in community. Like, in order to feel like you trust someone, to feel like you can rely on them in a certain way, and to value what they're doing, you have to be in community. I have never, ever, ever been blessed by anything or given favor and it just dropped out of the sky. It's always been somebody, always. On my worst day, on my best day, when people come through, and when I really need something, when I was really down, when I was down bad, emotionally, physically, money, whatever, it's always somebody else, whether it's somebody hiring me, whether it's like, hey, Dre, I was thinking about you, here's some dough. Or, hey, girl, sign up for this thing. They have this free food giveaway. Yep, I've been there myself, not being able to afford food in my own house, right? And so someone just sharing a kind word might keep me from jumping out this window. Right? Sometimes we need that. Sometimes I feel lost. I was having a conversation with my homegirl the other day, and she brought up hope. And she said, and shout out to Tahija, because she'll probably see this, was, you know what I want us to do as people, folks that are doing this work, is to not lose hope. That was a word for me. It may not land for you right now, but it's a word for me. I needed to be reminded that for who I am and what I represent, I have to hold on to hope. Not delusion, but I have to hold on to hope. I wouldn't have found that out by myself. I had to get that from somebody. I had to hear that word from someone's words that I trust, right? I said, what did I tell her yesterday that I forgot? Sometimes, y'all, I be dropping gems and people just be like, girl, where did that come from? I don't know. What did I say? Sometimes it's not procrastination. It's just because we don't have we don't feel like we have consequences, immediate consequences, right? We're so busy in survival mode that it's hard for us to coast enough. You right here is just enough too. You don't always have to be overachieving, overextending, and expanding yourself for all the things. Sometimes it's okay to coast. It's okay to be a little mediocre sometimes, because there is no awards for burning yourself out. And so going back to my main topic, right? It could be the littlest things that go a long way as community. And it's not always money. It's not always tangible. Success is not just money. You've been lied to. Money makes things happen. We live in a capitalist society, so we have to do an exchange of goods often. But you should not be treating your relationships as an exchange of goods. You stay and work in the capacity that you can, and you grow in areas that make sense to you. You don't change yourself because somebody asked you. You grow because you want to expand your own horizons. And when you do that, in my experience, it's never just on your own. There's a lot of conversations about just love yourself, just love yourself, just love yourself. I'm going to tell you, like, several good therapists have told me in my day, and also shout out to my friend Marvin, who's also a therapist, Marvin Tolliver, go find him. You can't self-love your way out of a paper bag when you don't have community. It doesn't work. Humans are supposed to be in community. That's how we thrive. We know and have seen our favorite celebrities not have community and be completely spiraling, right? We talk about Illuminati and all that, but it really is this ostracizing feeling that makes us be so dissociated and disconnected and less grounded. When you have my people, I need my people to be honest with me. Tell me, come through, tell me when I'm wrong, interrogate me about why I'm thinking the way I think about something. Help me reevaluate if I'm seeing things incorrectly. I've had to correct myself several times. I don't mind being wrong, but I won't be wrong again. Not about that, at least, right? And having that perspective and really supporting ourselves in a way by making sure our people got it. Because how great could I actually be if I got it, whatever that it is, and nobody around me got it? That is like some fucked up shit. I've seen that. You the big boss dog and nobody else around you got it? No, that's another type of complex. See, you're not worried about your people. You're worried about you. You could really care less about your people. You just need people around you to prop you up and make you feel better about yourself. Big boss dog. But in actuality, you harming your own people. I'm not saying give up your whole last to people. I'm saying doing things within reason, within the framework of I want to see my people thrive. Because if the people around you are thriving, I promise you, the doors of possibilities and access to the things that we're thinking or they think we want or think we need, they've already done it. So we don't have to do the dumbass shit. We don't have to do the dumb mistakes. We don't have to repeat the same things over again. Or if we do mess up, we got community like, hey, they're there, but I told you, right? Like we need that. We need all the things. But community is not yes people. Community is not an exchange of goods. It's not prostitution. We're not exchanging feelings for here, give me. And you may be in a state of need, right? That's okay. But like somebody always tells me, make the ask. Make the ask. I've had $1,000 conversations with friends that are far leaps and bounds with me, but they would never charge me. They would never charge me. That's not because I'm somebody fucking special. I value our relationship. And I don't abuse them in that space because I might need something. But guess what? When they call me and pick up the phone, I'm the same way. What you need? If I got it, I got you. Sometimes, like I said, it's not just about money. That's our time. It's not always just about money. It's about sustainability. Take money out of the equation, right? Think about sustainability. Think about scaling anything, right? Your business, your career, your artistry, your kids, your parenting, your relationships, your romantic partnerships. It's about scalability. Because stagnation really invites complacency. And when we have people around us keeping us sharp, we're not complacent and our eyes aren't closed, right? And so I implore you all, as we come to an end, to really consider your people. And I'm here to tell you that relationships are not linear. Some of the most influential people in my life have been within the last 5 years. That does not negate my relationships that I've had for 10 plus years. But open your eyes, open the door all the way up. Invite some new stuff in, experience something new, rub shoulders with new people. And not because you want something, it's because you actually want to learn something. Well, that's my time, y'all. I have been doing a really good job of keeping us on target. So that's it. My name is Andrea Weaver. This is Discusshit on live. Where are we at? IG. Go Lakers. I'm about to go watch the game, peep the shirt. You know, I'm from Oakland, but I've been a Laker fan all my life. Okay, mind your business. And I will see y'all next week. Peace out.